You mean the Twitch isn't loading?
The stream.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now it's stopped.
Offline. It says we're still live though. Okay. Well, let me start over then on the Pop-Tart thing. So people had put out an image basically being like, "I've done it. I've collected 1,000 of the Pokemon Pop-Tarts," and showing an image of a warehouse that looked a little off, and it turns out, yeah, it was AI generated.
Of course.
Well, at least it was AI generated for once. Could have been worse. Genuinely. But unfortunately, that's not where the 30th anniversary ends. At least that's where it ends in the US side. Apparently, there was things involving at least involving Korea, where a special Magikarp card was being handed out, where they had to close the entire event because just too many people came.
I would have thought that a lot of people are going to come.
Yeah, but it was like, it literally flooded the streets.
Oh god.
Like, it was supposed to be around a beach area, but it flooded the streets going into the beach. Like, people were walking into the streets.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
That was creating a hazard for things. I think there was one other. Let me see if I could remember what it was, but I cannot. I don't remember. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, no, I don't have the video up, so I'm not going to try and find it again. All right. Well,
I'm back.
Okay.
Basically, in short, scalping has gotten worse. And at the moment, I don't see it getting any better, especially with a certain man named Logal Paul. Oh wait, no, that's an actual person, Logal Paul. God, if you wish I was joking, I'm not. Or God, if you think I'm joking, I wish I was not, is what I meant to say. Logan Paul once represented Logan Paul as a lawyer, by the way.
God.
I'm not even fucking kidding. So my bit just landed immediately flat on its face.
Damn.
So Logan Paul, this is not in the idea box, but just as a quick thing to quickly tie this in here. I don't think it's getting any better because guess who just decided recently to buy without doing any research and just being like, oh yeah, the most
let me
important.
guess. The One Piece thing?
Not just One Piece.
Oh, you did another?
Oh, he did two. He's like, I bought two of the most important mangas of all time. The very first One Piece, the very first One Piece manga, and Dragon Ball.
Oh my fucking god, even Dragon Ball, Jesus.
And at least with the fucking Pokemon one, he did some research and found one that was actually incredibly rare. As far as I'm aware, all of the manga fans are just like shitting on him, being like, get the fuck out of here. That's not even rare. Go away.
He's fucking stupid.
Like, you're not even finding one that's hard to get your hands on. You aren't even finding like a misprint. Misprints would be more rare, you know?
Yeah.
That shit's rare and what collectors want in mangas, from my understanding. But yeah, scalping is not getting better. This is why I don't like listening about scalpers, but that one actually did. It actually did get to my recommendations because obviously it's tied to the 30th anniversary. And also I like poking fun at Target because of last year's, instead of standing with the LGBTQIA community, they just were like, or QIA plus, sorry, community, they were like, hey guys, slides a paper under the door. We're still good, right? After they fired a bunch of black people for being quote
It's
unquote
fucking insane.
for being quote unquote or not just black people, but just basically any quote unquote diversity hire. I wonder. No, you're not good with us, Target. Fuck you. Bending to the administration doesn't make you good with us. Also, I just want to point out really quick while I'm on that Target tangent before I hand this back over to the next one, which I'm probably going to deafen for because it's news.
Actually, I've got a bit of intervening before that.
All right, cool. But before then, really quick, they in their most recent collection last year, they had a little bird set, which originally people were happy with until they looked closer. It was a couple of birds, lesbian birds, which yeah, which that seems cute, right? And they had a moving truck. But do you want to know what the names of the birds were?
Yeah.
Gal and Pal.
Oh, God.
You don't get to laugh with us if you're not celebrating and standing with us. You don't get to make those jokes with us. That's basically the response we got. Or that's basically the response we feel. It's just like, it's more like, because it feels more like you're laughing at us when you make jokes like that. So fuck you and everything you stand for.
Yep.
Anyway, that's all.
That is just fucking insane.
Alright. So, quick interlude before we get back to the idea box. Apparently, Eurovision ended with Bulgaria achieving their first ever victory at Eurovision.
Yep.
Apparently, the Israel number managed to, at the last moment, rocket all the way up to almost overtaking them, but they weren't able to do that. I wonder how they did that.
You said Israel did? Wait.
Yeah, Israel, who was allowed to be at Eurovision, came in second because apparently a whole bunch of votes were coming in for them at the last minute.
Oh, I thought you said Israel won. Sorry.
No, Bulgaria.
Yeah, no. Thank God
Okay,
Bulgaria did it. But it was the same shit like last Eurovision.
Yeah.
With Israel.
There was a big protest there when they almost managed to win, but Bulgaria won. Let's go, Bulgaria. Bulgaria gets the first W at Eurovision. Let's go.
Deserved.
Yep.
Look, after all I have to say, after like the last Eurovision or so, them celebrating a bunch of LGBTQ voices and all that shit, and then suddenly them letting Israel in just feels really like backhanded.
Yeah,
all I'm
they
gonna
haven't
say.
kicked them out yet. Yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna say kick them out. It just feels backhanded for letting them in after the genocides. Period.
Well, they got let in a long time ago before people started not noticing. Though they have been doing it since literally ever. Anyway, previously we mentioned how Congress wanted to give Trump $1 billion for his ballroom. They took that out of the bill. Well, it's more the GOP got forced to take it out of the bill, but they took it out of the bill. So that's nice. And apparently Harrison Ford gave a speech at some university saying, yeah, my generation fucked up the world for y'all, sorry about that. It's up to you to fix it, sorry.
Yeah.
Uh,
All I'm gonna say is that Harrison Ford has been kind of based recently.
yeah, he's pretty based.
Which, as a fun fact, I brought up the Onion thing recently, and that's one of the small things that was brought up, was them poking fun at conservatives not liking Harrison Ford.
Mhm.
I just thought that was a small thing.
Speaking of the Onion, where is it? I'll put it in here somewhere. Yeah. So 15 years ago, a Onion video titled "Obama replaces costly high-speed rail plan with high-speed bus plan." That was 15 years ago. This week, the California Department of Transit, Caltrans, announced that they are considering a high-speed bus network to complement the high-speed rail system.
Bottom. I don't know why I started doing that.
Apollo, please stop hitting the Onion with a dodgeball of prophecy. I beg you.
Wait, what?
Next up,
I'm sorry, is that a real
Apollo.
thing?
Apollo and the dodgeball of prophecy?
Yes.
That's a meme because there's the meme of the people like.
Yeah, I thought I was like, is that a real meme? I was like, what?
Damn.
Yeah, hold on. I found it. It was like the second result for this. I put in images. Apollo with the gift of prophecy about to hit some random internet users trying to be comedic.
Wow.
Let me look at this.
Anyway, next up, President Oompa J. Loompa himself.
All right, definitely.
He angrily took to his bootleg Twitter, Truth Social, to insult Fox News after they embarrassed themselves with not one, but 2 interviews on the same day of Democrat Congressman Ro Khanna, who countered their MAGA talking points by calmly delivering facts and logical arguments. Often while the Fox News host attempted to yell over him because they realized he was embarrassing them, so they tried to just be loud.
So all that they can do, they literally just be loud. That's all they can fucking do, but having no facts whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
The
imbeciles.
funniest part is that they brought him back.
Actually, yeah. Wait, we have a guy that could literally destroy our entire set.
On 2 different shows on the same day.
Let's try again. Maybe it works out this time. No.
Alright, let's ping Emmy's.
Good times.
Alright, yes. Next up, you're gaslit by YouTube.
So this might be entirely just me fucking going crazy, but I swear to God, has anybody else experienced this? So basically what's been going on is that I've been having this thing where like it feels like while people are uploading videos, I will get recommendations for the people who are uploading because like I swear to Christ because I don't believe in God. I don't know why I wanted to say that. That was just fucking funny to me. Because I swear to Christ, it's like I'm literally watching videos, and then suddenly, in the middle of watching videos for you, just to have background noise, I'll just see videos that like of a YouTuber that I've been watching, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm in the mood for that. And I wouldn't have been recommended them for a while. And then in the middle of watching that, in less than an hour or 2 of watching them, new video. What? How is that possible? It's happened too many times to be a coincidence at this point, or I'm going crazy and I'm doing that thing where, like, humans do the thing where we see patterns that don't actually exist. You know what I mean? I think it might be the latter, but it's still. Has anybody else had that experience?
Not yet, no. I
No?
can't really. I didn't have one moment that would be like that. No. What actually occurred to me, but I think that already happened for a while now, is that sometimes I get actually, like, I watch something and then I get videos of smaller YouTubers recommended. Like very, very
That's
small
been happening
YouTubers.
a lot recently too. Like very small. Like, it's been like fucking every video I get like fucking. Oh yeah, this YouTuber with like 5 views.
Yeah, like 1 to 5 views.
I would say 1 to like 1K seems to be the range.
God.
But it's very yeah. I don't know what's going on with YouTube's algorithm, but I swear things are getting weird. The thing that gets me the most though is like when I'm like doing that, and then just suddenly the small YouTuber will be like some conservative shill, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that one is the one that makes me lose my shit. Like, why? Anyway, yeah, no, that I don't think so. It seems like it's just me going crazy, and I just wanted to share that. I might be losing my mind. Oh wait, I didn't have one to begin with.
A bit crazy here.
Next up, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission has proposed a rule to end robocalls, in big air quotes.
Hey.
Yeah, they have a simple solution to this. Just mandate that in order to activate a phone, you gotta link your government ID and home address. Link it to your phone number. I see no possible ulterior motive for this administration to want to.
I'd immediately.
The way that whistleblowers and sexual violence survivors anonymously report wrongdoing. They had definitely no ulterior motive.
I'd immediately stop using a phone.
Also, definitely no way this implementation effectively bans marginalized people like the homeless for having a phone. No way.
That too.
No, sir. Yeah, definitely not something this administration would want to do. This is purely for the good of the people, trying to stop robocalls. Anyway, Santa Clara County, California.
Here, I want to bang your daughter. What?
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 Sorry, I'm playing Stardew. And I let something slip.
Okay. Santa Clara County, California, famous for being that place at the bottom of San Francisco Bay, I guess. I don't know. They have.
he wouldn't be able to hear us, so why would we be able to? I was having a brain fart. I was like, oh, let's keep talking. I was like, wait, he wouldn't be able to hear us, so then it wouldn't be able to be picked up from his software. I'm stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, the county of Santa Clara, famous for being Silicon Valley, that place, is suing Meta, aka Facebook, alleging the tech company knowingly profits from scam advertisements on its social media sites and deliberately curtails its anti-scam activities to protect its bottom line.
That makes sense. That's shady.
Which, yeah, I believe they do that. I'd believe it. I haven't seen the actual evidence they're planning on doing it, but that sounds like something they'd do. Anyway, the Trump administration has had the Bureau of Land Management remove conservation from the list of valid uses of Bureau of Land Management federal lands. Granted, I'm pretty sure Bureau of Land Management is mostly the lands that are meant to be, like, logging and stuff, but still. Cringe. eBay, Amy.
Yeah, eBay! Hey, y'all, remember that fucking funny thing where... I don't know why I'm starting to do a southern accent. So let's stop that. Remember that funny thing where, GameStop tried to buy eBay?
Yeah, eBay told him to fuck off.
Yeah, I was hoping to get the email on screen, but I guess since Jimmy's busy, I'm not gonna ask for that, but whatever. Not just that, how about we read the email together?
Okay.
This is news provided by eBay Inc. on their website. The full text of eBay board's proposed response letter to GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen is set forth below according to what they put. But let me first read what they said before. Sorry, let me read the full thing. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, short beauty.
It's ADHD. So the top of this, I'm going to just read the thing, then I'll decode the business speak. Okay? So, PR, Newswire, eBay Inc., NASDAQ, eBay, whatever, I don't care. Global Cause is a global commerce leader that connects millions of buyers and sellers around the world. Today announced that, following a thorough review with the support of its financial and legal advisors, the company's board of directors has determined to reject GameStop's unsolicited, non-binding acquisition proposal, and then the full text of eBay's board's response to the letter of GameStop, blah, blah, blah. Dear Mr. Cohen, the board, with the support of its independent advisors, has thoroughly reviewed your proposal and is determined to reject it. AKA, fuck off. We have concluded that your proposal is neither credible nor attractive. We have taken into account such factors as... Meaning, have you even thought about this? You fucking stupid moron. 1. eBay standalone prospect, meaning we are working good alone as it is. Why would we need you? 2. The uncertainty regarding your financing proposals. 2. You're too fucking poor. 3. The impact of your proposal on eBay's long-term growth and probability. We would sink like a fucking rock if we took this proposal, most likely. 4. The leverage, operational risks, and leadership structure of the combined entity. Likely, if you bought us, we would lose all leverage in this deal. So, we do not see this being as a good outcome for us in the long run, basically. And 5, the resulting implications of these factors on valuation, meaning, and all of that would probably make us look even fucking worse, so fuck you. And 6, GameStop's governance and executive incentives, and 6 which is just see above. Alright, then the rest, the paragraph, I'm gonna read uninterrupted. eBay is a strong, resilient business that has delivered meaningful results over the past several years. We have sharpened our strategic focus, strengthened execution, enhanced our marketplace and seller experience, and consistently returned capital to shareholders with its differentiated global marketplace and a clear strategy. eBay's board is confident that the company, under its current management team, is well positioned to continue to drive sustainable growth, execute with discipline, and deliver long-term value for our shareholders. Meaning, in short, we're good on our own. We don't need you. Our team remains focused on executing our strategy and driving our business forward in the best interest of the company, our shareholders, our employers, and millions of buyers and sellers around the world. Sincerely, Paul S. Pressler. I think the last one is just another, once more, fuck off. I think I pretty much very shortly, when I was putting this in the idea box, very concisely put this as fuck off. But I think the full context helps write this fuck off very business-esque. You know what I mean? It just really is probably the most eloquent way of saying, well, not eloquent, the most business and the most business and PR way of saying fuck off you probably could. And I just love that. It's just like, yeah, no, we don't need you. We don't need you. You just make everything worse for us. In fact, if anything, we've seen how everything's going for you, and it would likely do the same to us. So
we're
no.
not getting on your sinking ship.
Yeah, not even. No. That's not it. It's more like if you were to put a chain to our ship, you just sink us too. Yeah. This is a crabs in a bucket situation, and we are not playing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're not getting on your sinking ship.
And we're not a crab in a bucket. We're doing fine. Fuck off.
We're fine outside of the bucket.
Exactly.
Anyway. Next up, the great U.S. state of Connecticut. What is Connecticut famous for? The insurance capital of the world. Fuck.
Not making a good look for yourself, Connecticut.
Real life inspiration for Gilmore Girls. The home of the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. There we go.
That's more like it.
There we go. We like the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard's cool. They're great. Anyway, the Connecticut state legislature passed a law banning LLM chatbots from having sexual conversations with minors, despite 21 members of the Grando pedophiles voting against it.
Hey, you know what? This is a better way of doing it than having people, need to provide ID.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why do we need to provide ID for it? Why don't we just say, hey, this
simple,
is illegal?
so that they can harvest your data, so you can't be anonymous.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to
Surveillance
say.
state, 1984. Anyway, next up we're going to the great state of South Carolina,
But if
famous
you-
for
but if you
starting the
say-
Civil War.
But if you say anything LGBT, no, that's 1984.
The South Carolina state legislature failed to pass a law to do mid-decade redistricting when 5 members of the GOP voted against it. Not for altruistic reasons or anything. They're just, guys, the map is already so heavily gerrymandered, you're more likely to be counterproductive. They are directly defying Trump, though, so. You know.
Yep.
Amy, Digimon.
Okay, so actually this was an interesting topic that came up just when I was in work, and suddenly this was in my head. So y'all know how a lot of people like to be like, "Oh, Digimon is such a clone of fucking Pokemon." Sometimes, and they're fucking wrong, by the way, because obviously Digimon was started slightly before. Due to other reasons mostly. Well,
Yeah.
I was starting to look into it, and I realized, while watching it, and I realized actually they aren't. That idea might not be entirely unfounded, but not in the way that most people think. So it's not like, oh, hey, they want it to be competition with Pokemon, which, at first, no. Let me start with the history. Basically, Digimon originally was supposed to be competition for Tamagotchi, which obviously came before Pokemon. Which, hey, that's cool. Having competition for Tamagotchi, that's great. Instead of having just cute little pets, having ones that you battle, that's neat. Great idea. Love it. But have you ever heard the meme of like, oh, Pokemon evolutions, they look like they all link, but like Digimon evolutions, where the fuck did they go? Like they all don't connect. Yes? No?
Yeah. No, I can see that.
So, here's the thing. Yes and no. That's true and it's not. Because after watching the show, at least up to Tamers, and through most Tamers, I've realized after the second series of the show, they did take a little bit of direction from Pokemon, in that they realized what's more popular is having a through line for the evolutions. Which I'm going to call evolutions because that's what they do in the Japanese version, not Digivolutions. And it's also easier for me to say. If you look at... compare how you get from Angel Woman to, like... Or from, like, Angel Woman to, like, Taumon. From their base evolutions, it's wildly different. Angel Woman, you have to get from, like, little thing that looks kind of like a cat to Gatomon, which I think is Tailmon also. I don't remember which one's the Japanese, which one's the English for that one. Both those names sound good to me, so I use them interchangeably.
Fair enough.
But then Angel Woman just comes out of nowhere. Where the fuck does that come from? But then Taumon, it's Rainamon, it's oh my god, I forgot I think it's Kitsunemon. Sorry. I always forget the middle of the one after that. Cubimon, sorry. I know that technically these are slightly different evolutions. Cubimon. And it's Cubimon, then it's Taumon, which all have a similar Rainamon-like look. They have some sort of through line to them, even if it's a little bit more amplified than a Pokemon one would.
Mhm.
And that's definitely borrowing from Pokemon in that regard. And it's definitely... I think that's quite interesting when you really think about it, because, hey, that's not the... I think that's also because I think that's not the only thing that they took from it, but I'm going to actually tangent after this before going back to the anime. But I just think that it's definitely very influenced by Pokemon in that regard, because obvious reasons. Why wouldn't they take from the one that was really killing it? Especially because at the time, since Tamagotchi was starting to fall off both in Japan and America, they kind of were running into an identity crisis. Well, yes, Digimon was still doing well compared to Tamagotchi. They didn't really have anything else, and they kind of wanted to also shake up what they were wanting to do. And on top of that, their card series kept failing, which is an actual thing. If you look into their card series, they changed it up twice during the anime.
Nice. Well,
Yeah, the first anime had one series, which was a completely different series of how it worked compared to the second one. And then the Tamers card series was completely different, and then they just stopped doing a card series until more recently. I'm not even kidding. Which plays more like Magic the Gathering than Pokemon, from my understanding. And from my understanding, the Tamers one, even though it sounds like it should play like Pokemon, plays more like Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yeah, they were having a little bit of an identity crisis in terms of the card games. They were having far more of one than the actual main series, though, there. But that's when I realized they were having a little bit of one, when I was looking into something like that. But I think the thing that really told me that showed me how much they were trying to copy from Pokemon,
yeah.
in terms of a little bit, was the little bit of inspiration they took in America, at least. I don't know how much they took in other regions, so if anybody knows this, they can feel free to tell me. Was their marketing in America when Pokemon released. They, instead of having a bunch of Pokemon trying to appeal a little bit to everybody, but mostly males, they just immediately went straight to boys, 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 and trying to push the one that looked the most like Charmander, and trying to push the big toys rather than anything else, and trying to push the merchandise. So it's just really, you can see why that's a little interesting, especially because it wasn't really like Pokemon at the start. But I think the one that really sold me on this was that Tamers, which is one of the most popular ones, cut back the main cast to 3.
Ah, okay.
The first 2, and I now this might just be a coincidence, but I'm gonna say it might not be. The first ones had like 6 and like 9 main protagonists, each with their own unique Digimon partners. But then the main one just has 3, each with their own Digimon partners. and they make them more beast-like
Yeah.
rather than uh, speaking full sentences, or some of them don't speak full as fluently as the others. It's quite interesting. I genuinely think Tamers might be a better place to start than where I started personally. But I'm just doing it because I just wanted to watch the series evolve personally in real time.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
yeah. But that was a mistake though, because 02 is just it's
Is it that
02
bad?
is. I wouldn't say bad. I would just say it's a slog. The second half is the worst part.
Okay.
You could probably skip the second half and just be like, yeah, that was good.
Alright.
You can definitely see that they took hints from Pokemon. I wouldn't say they directly copied it, but they definitely were like, yeah, that's some good ideas. Why don't we take from it? Which is how competition should work.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
I mean, it is literally how it works, so yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought that was a cool little thing. I thought that was a cool little thing. I thought you guys might find it interesting.
Yeah, it was quite interesting to listen to.
Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna deafen because I think the next thing, unless we want to skip those for now.
The next thing. Let me scroll back up. Uh, next thing is the electrical thing that you
Yeah, I
had
will
me look
deafen, and
into
I'll
for
go.
you.
Yeah, and I'll go piss.
All right. So, Amy had me look into this for her because doesn't want to deal with this. Hold on. Where's the ban this guy? Someone's trying to view bot in the chat. Where's the ban button?
Oh.
Come on. Oh, I'm not in the mod view. That's it. Oh, and it went away. Anyway. So, the electrical utility serving the 50,000 residents in the greater Lake Tahoe area of California this week announced that they'd been informed by the company NV Energy, which is the electrical company that provides 75% of the electricity to the community. They were informed by them that come May 2027, they're being cut off.
Wow.
They will no longer sell them electricity for long and complicated reasons called they've been outbid by AI data centers.
Fucking god.
Yes, there are 12 different data center projects in NV Energy's area of operations, and yes, this is the middle of the fucking desert. Because it's over in Nevada, which is all desert. It is estimated that new electrical transmission lines through the Sierra Nevada mountain range to connect the community to the main California part of the electrical grid would take years and hundreds of millions of dollars. Not to worry though, NV Energy has generously said that they'll leave their infrastructure in place, but the community is on the hook to find a supplier for any electricity to run along that infrastructure to the community, which naturally NV Energy will naturally take a transit fees on. You know.
Yeah.
As you do. Because, you know, fuck you. We don't need to supply the people or the peasantry. We need to supply the homunculus. All glory to the homunculus. Anyway. Next up, the impromptu painting of the Lincoln Memorial's reflecting pool is reportedly behind schedule, going poorly, and somehow 700% over budget.
What the hell?
The $1.8 million cost is reportedly now nearly $14 million.
What the fuck?
Reminder: this is someone that he recommended for the good work that they did at at one of his golf courses, which presumably he didn't pay them for, because he's Donald Trump and he doesn't pay people.
Yeah, I see those.
The state of Tennessee, famous for being the home of the KKK, following their massive gerrymander last week, has kicked the Democrats off of every single state committee in the legislature for daring to protest their gerrymandering.
Oh, fuck.
In other news, Trump Tower Australia was cancelled by the developer because the Trump brand is too toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based Australia. Next up, New York City. This week, Zoran Mamdani, the mayor of New York, put out a video announcing that the $12 billion New York City deficit is gone.
You mean it's gone?
He's balanced the budget.
Wow, it's like if you actually have somebody who isn't a capitalist, they actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. So, and he also explained exactly how he did it. First of all, he negotiated with the state to get more of New York's state tax dollars given back to New York from New York, because everything's called New York. Because like 2/3 of the entire state's tax base is New York City or something like that. And he's like, "Yo, can we get slightly more of that back, please? Thank you." He taxed the rich, and he cut like a couple programs that like nobody really used. He ran the government. He actually ran the government, streamlined operations, started collecting a bunch of revenue that was owed but was never collected, which you'll never believe this was fines, mostly fines owned by landlords who were refusing to maintain their buildings properly. And not only that, but he was able to basically permanently fund all the city's libraries, reinvest in arts funding, and have $2 billion spare to put in the city's rainy day fund.
Let's go.
Really, the only thing that's like kind of questionable is he like booted down the road some paying into of some pension funds, which is potentially a problem later, and maybe that part doesn't count, but he's basically betting he can raise the revenue enough to counteract that before then. Anyway, Darius.
Oh yeah, but the one thing that you just love in media can be everything.
That one glorious scene.
Yeah, like that one where let's just say, it can be sad also emotional, it doesn't matter. But like, for example, for me, like Gurren Lagann, when Simon is like back in his focus and he says, "Who the hell do you think I am?" That, for example, gave me fucking goosebumps. And every time when I rewatched that scene like a few times in like a month, it stays in your mind. Like even like what is being said in that scene are well displayed, because some scenes don't need any dialogue because they literally just either emotional or beautiful in their own display.
I gotta say, one of my favorite single scenes has to be the Darth Vader hallway sequence. Everyone knows that scene.
Yeah.
It objectively does nothing for the plot and is pure fan service, but I am pretty convinced that that scene is 90% of the reason Rogue One is seen positively by the fans. Is that one scene?
Oh, I don't even like Star Wars,
scene.
and I love that scene.
Yeah.
That one scene had such an impact.
That is peak Darth Vader.
Maybe I just like villains.
Yeah, that is the closest we get to the one comic book scene where, like, Darth Vader gets surrounded by like an entire rebel army, and they're like, "We have you surrounded." To which he responds by igniting his lightsaber and saying, "I'm only surrounded by fear and dead men." And then he
Oh
proceeds to
yeah.
kill literally all of them because he's Darth fucking Vader, and he does
It's
that.
just I'm always like what one thing that I will always say is that's the only good thing that has continued is like Darth
Yeah.
Vader appearances
That's
because
the
he is
one
insane.
character Disney's been able to routinely handle well is Darth Vader.
It's also it's hard to not like to handle him badly because he alone has that much like what's it called? Aura. I mean,
Yeah.
aura.
The I think the best part of it too with the Rogue One scene is because he turns all the lights on his suit off, which means he had to disable his life support for that scene.
Yeah.
Which, I feel like that's just the the one piece of Anakin Skywalker that truly lives on in Darth Vader is the fact that he is such a drama queen.
Oh yeah.
Insert the clip in Rebels where he flies down on his starfighter
Oh, yes,
while standing
exactly.
on top of his starfighter, piloting his starfighter with the Force so he can aura farm, while making his cape blow in the non-existent wind so he can aura farm.
Like also like when it
we
comes to
see the
those
fit, Darth Vader.
yeah
We see the
those
fit.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor and stuff. Those games. Also the best parts are legit when fucking Darth Vader shows up.
Yeah, Darth Vader. It would be wise to surrender. Yeah, probably. Or there's I forget where it is where someone like tells Darth Vader, "I'm not afraid of you," to which he responds, "Then you will die braver than most."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's definitely a character that knows how
Yeah.
to like get into a scene.
yeah, like Darth Vader, he's got the aura. He is in fact that guy, and he is fully aware that he is that guy.
Yeah. One villain that I can't get
what about
tired
you, Bolt?
of.
Bolt?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
What is that scene for you?
I wasn't paying attention for a moment there. Sorry.
Like that one scene that's just like, oh yeah, it's that scene. Let's go.
Yeah, that always sticks in your mind if you like think about it.
I don't really have one. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I mean, another good one for me is in the first Avengers where Loki's like starts trying to monologue and then the Hulk just picks him up and ragdolls him.
Yeah, but we have a Hulk.
No, just Hulk thrashes Loki around and just goes,
Yeah.
"Puny God."
Puny God.
I couldn't actually when I first saw that movie, I didn't hear him say "Puny God" because the entire
You didn't?
theater erupted in laughter.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Because Loki's like, I am so important, I am a god, you cannot... And then Hulk just casually picks him up and thrashes him around. Then pauses, and then thrashes him around some more.
Also, an incredibly
that's
good
funny.
scene is at Avengers Endgame when they all like the portals open and like
When the Avengers
you
assemble.
hear the Avengers theme. Yeah, that one last sample. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, that was also so glorious because it had that much build up.
Mhm.
Yeah. I am gonna be pretty easy because I have two. One is from a game. One is from a movie. So let's start with the movie. The movie one is an iconic scene if you've ever watched sci-fi.
Okay.
The fucking scene from Blade Runner, the Tears in the Rain scene.
I still have to watch the movie. But yeah.
If you don't know, the villain Roy Batty does this incredible monologue at the end that was mildly improvised by the actor, because he had it much longer, and he added the line "Tears in the Rain," by the way,
Okay.
and "Time to Die" and all that. But he saw it, well, it was like way too long, way too wordy, and he was just like, he did it in one take, and everybody clapped, and I watch that scene, and every time I start tearing up, and every time I'm just like, it's so good. It's so good. It's the combination of the rain, the acting, the music. It's just so much just ugh. And if you fall asleep or anything during the first time, watch it a second time, because I had to watch it twice to really appreciate that movie.
Yeah, that's still on my list also to like watch in
That
the
is
future.
so I completely understand that one does, if you don't click with it at first, because I didn't click at first, so yeah, I completely understand. I'm trying to think. The second scene is, oh my god. I was just talking to Jimmy about this the other day. Yeah, there's probably two of them actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But one of them is the scene in Crisis Core that we were talking about last week.
Oh yeah, that's also definitely up there, yeah.
Yeah, I just fucking cannot with that scene. That scene just, the way they execute it, the way that you have to keep playing, or just...
It's insane.
Oh.
It's so well made. It's that one thing that also, no matter like in what situation, if I do that and watch it, I fucking cry.
Yeah,
like
you just...
that's straight up.
It's just, you don't expect it to hit so hard. Like, you know it's coming, even if you played Final Fantasy VII. And it's just like, you feel it and you're like, oh god. Oh no! No!
No.
Don't do this to me! Anyway, but it's the execution that does it. And I think the last one is the ending to Explorers of Sky. I don't think I have another word for that. I don't need to say anything else.
No.
I don't think I need to say anything else. I think scenes that make me cry are just the ones that get to me. I just... You know what? I'm gonna add one more. And this is a newly added one. So many scenes from In Stars and Sky, or In Stars and Time. I don't even know where to fucking start. Because I was on the verge, I was like crying for most of that game, I swear to god. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm also once again curious about that game, because I'm also eventually going to play it.
Just incredible game. So yeah, I don't want to spoil most of the scenes that I want to talk about, but yeah, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I think most people know what I'm talking about when I say that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. It's an incredible scene, just surprisingly well done for a Pokemon game. They executed it perfectly. And even to this day, it gets tears out of me, even if I'm not the one playing it, which is, that's good fucking writing in my opinion.
Oh yes, it is.
And music. The music also helps.
The music does a lot, yeah.
List of scenes.
I mean, I have a lot, but I just want to mention the ones that are like the biggest, because I could literally talk 3 hours about scenes,
Yeah, same.
like without problem.
What's up next?
Arius.
Oh, no, okay, wait, wait. I have worded that absolutely horrendously because that was when I was tired. It makes no sense. So what I was meaning is, if you like have, it can be anything. I said in this case a plushie because that is for me, but like something could be from your childhood, like something that you have now for a long time that you have a big emotional connection. Like for example, for me, it's like a crocodile plush and like a blanket, and I have since my childhood. Like that's basically that comforts me basically, like something that's so emotionally connected to you, and it's like a thing, like an item or something.
I have a lot of things like that. Unfortunately, I don't know where to start, and a lot of those things have gone missing because of family members.
That's fuck.
I'm not gonna go. So I don't want to list mine.
Fair enough.
I had to go talk to Sebi.
Mine is right there across the room from me. My childhood teddy bear that my parents got me for when I was born. Currently wearing a bow tie that I got to do a Bill Nye the Science Guy Halloween costume.
Nice. Okay, then what about you, Bolt?
I'm actually occupied with something else at the moment. I'm also playing games, so
I need to ask you a question again. That's what you mean.
yes.
So basically, if there's like any item or like something that you have since your childhood, or like that you are very emotionally connected to, it can be like anything. For me, it was, for example, a plushie that I had since childhood.
Same for me, really.
So that's also a plushie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I'm having a mild bloody nose.
Oh boy.
Okay, here's a factoid to bring us back to what the Roomba usually ends up talking about. People have run the numbers on how much money the U.S. is pouring into AI data centers over 6 years. I'm not sure if this is the last 6 years or is planned for the next 6 years. I'm not sure. It doesn't say. More than the inflation-adjusted cost of the Marshall Plan program, the Manhattan Project, and the interstate highway system combined.
Wow.
The free healthcare is too much money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I won't stop saying it.
Anyway, next up, cringe from the game Party Animals.
Oh my god, so this was a thing. And I was trying to, while we were waiting, I was trying to see if we could find an update to this. And I could not. So if anybody else can find an update to this, we can. So I'm also going to mark off the update that was that I added later.
Yeah, basically, the game company that makes a game said, we're gonna do an AI video competition, and everyone went,
Ew.
cringe.
Oh, yeah, it gets worse than that. The reaction wasn't just cringe, it was, there's a lot of furry creators in this who use legitimate tools, and you are doing this? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's not the only thing, though. What also was going on was that they were like, oh, well, also, Sorry, the bloody nose is not getting
No,
any
don't
better.
worry.
They were also like, people were also like, you have real artists. Why are you doing this? And after the backlash, they responded. Let me read the response. Hi, everyone. We'd like to address the recent discussion around the AI video contest. And first of all, oh yeah, by the way, they got review bombed on Steam. To nobody's surprise.
Yeah, makes sense.
AI video contest. And first of all, we're sorry for upsetting players with this event. We're also sorry that we didn't communicate with everyone clearly enough before the event started. Our original goal was to lower the barrier to creation in past contests. We saw players with great ideas and scripts who couldn't fully bring them to life because they weren't familiar with tools like editing, modeling, or animation software. We hoped AI would be a more accessible tool that lets more people take part, which I'm going to get to in a second. Sorry, it's still happening. That said, and I had to switch tissues. That said, we understand the concerns around AI content. We are not trying to dismiss handmade work and disrespect to creators. To us, AI is just another tool. Fuck off. What we truly care about is the idea, the expression, and the final work. We'd like to leave the next step up to the community. Please vote on what we should do. 1. Cancel the AI video contest. 2. Change it to a non-AI creation contest. 3. Keep the AI category and add a separate handmade category. If you have another suggestion outside of the 3 options, please feel free to share it as well. Thank you. And the one that's winning is cancel it. Now, I want to add on a couple things that were also being said in the original post. They were saying, we don't want people to steal or post things without others' consent. Ha. So I wanted to say, it seems like they really just do not understand AI at all. Very clearly. And then second, the one that's winning I think I already said the one that's winning currently is cancel AI. But also, it's very clear by the wording that they are falling victim to the humans are incapable of anything messaging that AI companies are putting out with this post. I mean, the whole, who couldn't fully bring them to life because they weren't familiar with tools like editing, modeling, and animation. Well, then don't fucking do a contest for them. Just because somebody has a good idea doesn't mean that they have to specifically be allowed in. I'm sorry to be that kind of person, but they can collaborate with other artists. That's what it's called. You don't have to be a single artist entering, usually. And even if that is allowed, the second thing is that just because sorry, I'm fucking, it's just now ending, and the bloody nose that is. But yeah, just because they have good ideas doesn't mean that it would actually win the contest either. Because execution. Execution is the main part of art. And that's one of the things that I want to point out when it comes to one of my favorite pieces of art that I was talking about just the other day. Or that we were just talking about it just now. It's not Crisis Core's ending being a phenomenal ending, it's how they did it. How they presented it.
Mhm.
It's the execution. If you just wrote it down on paper, Seven Crisis Core's ending is what is in 7. And it's predictable. But it's how they did it that makes it so powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with... Actually, you know what? Every single one of the things that I just said is the same. Same with Roy Batty's death in Blade Runner. It is the actors acting, the fucking words he chose to say. It is the music. It is the cinematography. It is the rain. You get the idea. A good idea on its own does not make a good concept. I'm sorry. But just because somebody has a good idea does not mean they would be a good artist. There is a saying that back when Extra Credits, the YouTube channel, used to be really good. Now they're, from my understanding, not as good as they used to be. Understanding from when I last watched them, due to a bad video they released. I'm not going to go into it.
Okay.
Let's just say they were like, "Oh, you're playing a World War II video game, and suddenly you're a Nazi. You didn't ask for this." Literally, how they opened the video.
Oof.
Yeah, that's not a good look. Anyway. Hey, if you don't want to be a Nazi in a World War II game, don't play a World War II game. Just saying. Don't play a World War II video game if you don't want to be... If you don't play as a Nazi. That's why I don't play World War II video games. Easy. Anyway, sorry. That aside. Anyway, but one of the things that they once said, and I occasionally watched them back then, was there's many idea guys out there. But that's not what the gaming industry or anybody in games needs. They don't need more ideas. They need people who can bring those together and see people who can execute them. And I think that was such a brilliantly said thing that genuinely, I can't think of another way of putting it. Anyway, it looks like, since we have that one over, the next two are also AI related, so let's just keep the AI train running. Luckily, the next two are funny, so.
Yes.
Yes. Hey guys, do you know who Level 5 is?
No.
The studio?
No.
Darius? Bolt?
Level, like, what is the studio
I
called?
think I do.
Level 5? Have you heard of Professor Layton?
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, yes.
You may have also heard of Nino Kuni. Or Yokai Watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they recently made a statement. It's on anti-piracy.
Oh my god.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody is clowning on them. See, I know that you guys probably don't know this, but before I get into the reason why they're clowning on them, they have been pivoting into creating things with AI. So, first off, facepalm. Second, their anti-piracy thing says that they basically are like, they're basically all like, hey, we don't like it when people steal our games and blah blah blah, and if you steal our games, we will go after you and blah blah blah. And then everybody was just like, well, first off, you use AI, ha ha ha. And then second, the only game that we can legally play is Ni no Kuni. Because if you go to Steam, I'm fairly certain you still can go to store.
No.
Yep, Ni no Kuni. You can play both Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered, and Revenant Kingdom. And before you ask, yes, I looked into it. The remastered, I even had to double check this. Revenant Kingdom is the sequel. I haven't double checked this. The remastered was made before they pivoted into AI. I'm fairly certain they wouldn't be able to remaster it with AI because, if you don't know the history behind Ni no Kuni was made with Ghibli anyway. So, if they did that, I'm pretty certain Ghibli would fucking go ballistic. Not Ghibli. What's his name? The artist behind the lead artist behind Ghibli would go ballistic if they tried. But yeah, basically, in short, you can play those two games on Steam and play them legally and all of that. You cannot play
Wow.
Professor Layton or any of their other games in an easy-to-access way.
It's annoying.
So, you have to pirate them. So they're like, so are you gonna make it, so basically everybody's like, so are you gonna make your backlog playable? No? Then fuck off. So it's just like, it's annoying and also kind of funny. It's just like, until you do, we're just gonna fucking keep pirating. Anyway, the other one, and this one's really funny, in my opinion, and I literally, as we were watching this, got another one that's also related to this. Another similar one that happened. So, that's even fucking funnier. Let me just... Hey! A woman was doing a graduation speech at the University of Central Florida, and she was just like, hey guys, I can't wait to see what you guys do. Like, see, and all that. And she was getting cheers and blah, blah, blah. And then it was just like, I can't, especially because a lot of people have even pushed forward great innovations like ChatGPT. Boo. Yeah, exactly. Not a single person let her speak the entire speech afterward. And she's just looking around like, what? What's going on? What did I do? Huh?
What I find, I saw it, and what I find funny as well is, she was like, there was a time when AI was not part of her life, and then she was erupted again.
Yeah, she was like genuine. People were like genuinely not letting her speak, and you can find this online. You can find this online very easily. They just would not. They did not want it. And it's weird, so weird that she found. In my opinion, what's weird is how she found it so unusual that people were booing her. Like, is she that out of touch? Huh? I mean, sure. You do you, woman. But I just found that funny. But also, in Arizona, a very rich businessman, is doing the same thing, and but this time he just straight out the gate was just like, I can't wait to see how
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
pushed forward AI. And he just kept speaking while he was just constantly getting booed. And even at one point he was just like, are you guys gonna even let me speak at all? And they just kept going. In fact, they got louder after he said that.
Amazing.
It was just like, wow, are you guys gonna let me speak at all? Genuinely hilarious that they got louder. Oh my god, that one got me though. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can rope in with the AI. No, I think that's my last one actually. Oh hey, Meep.
I was looking forward to that.
I was just giving you the intro to it.
Yeah. So the original Doom game soundtrack has been archived in the Library of Congress.
I don't think I need to
Nice.
say much more.
Yeah. Next up, the great U.S. state of Oklahoma. Famous for looking like a frying pan.
I was gonna say famous for being where the winds blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Formerly known as the Indian Territory. Had a vote this week where they successfully banned child marriage. It was 51 to 36, and you never guess which party universally made up those 36 no votes. If you guessed the grand old pedophiles, you guessed correct. Next up, a Gallup poll this week found that Americans are significantly more opposed to living near an AI data center than a nuclear power plant.
Let's go.
71 to 53.
Nuclear energy win.
Yep. 71% opposed being near a data center, 53 opposed being near a nuclear power plant.
Enough.
Next up, the FBI director, Kash Patel. This week, it came out that last August, I believe it was, he took while he was in Hawaii for something, he had a VIP snorkeling trip around the wreck of USS Arizona.
Womp womp.
That is
I don't know why I wanted to womp womp him.
That is a military grave site, I should add, by the way. You're not allowed to swim there. But, you know, he was, because he's part of the administration.
Can I just womp womp? You did not spell grave, right?
I don't care. I'm pretty sure... Is that not how you spell grave?
Well, the first time I think you originally put gravel.
I mean, that's
No, that's grave.
That's still size.
Shut up.
Did you say?
We've established I can't spell. Anyway.
Oh, right,
United
size,
States
that's the one you
Supreme
put.
Court. The United States... I still... Every time I type, I try and type out among with a U, so... The U.S. Supreme Court ruled 7-2 that the abortion
Oh, wait,
drug
sorry.
mifepristone can continue to be available to purchase by mail, even in states where they are banned, while the relevant lawsuits trying to block it make its way through the courts, which will likely take at least a year.
Oh, sorry. Like, it's warm in here.
Yeah, so, yeah, rare W from the Supreme Court.
Different reading on base PC. It's
Are you bringing my
Bolt.
fan in?
Yes.
yeah.
Stop killing games update.
Right?
Yes, we have a W for Stop Killing Games.
Let's go.
They actually had the talks, and eventually they managed to have a state make a vote, which, what I saw, was a unanimous yes, where, get this, the bigger gaming companies, including Microsoft and Nintendo, they were binding together with I think it was called ESA, which is essentially companies just combining to have their voice be heard, where they said, oh no, if they have to do that, then that could stifle creativity, and no. Because with everything happening, it would force games that would have an end of support that have online stuff, especially with, mainly with games that you pay for to play online. They would have to give 60 days worth of notice before they do anything, and if the game does go down, then the company has to provide one of three options for that game. Either have the game still function offline, so that you can still play the game, have the game no longer be supported by official servers but still playable, or give the players who bought the game a refund.
And they don't want to do that. That's one of the reasons why they were like, no, we don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to, no.
Refunds are like company's nightmare.
Very much so.
Morgan.
So yeah, they got forced into a corner where no, they were not allowed to have that.
Win.
Big win.
We're like, oh my god, I was about to say something. I'm like, do people even remember that? Jesus Christ. We're like Charlie Sheen winning. And I'm realizing I don't think anybody remembers that. Except me.
I don't remember it.
You don't? Okay, good. It was an awful interview with Charlie Sheen is all you need to know.
Okay.
And it got memed on.
All I'm saying is climate change wasn't an issue and we were sacrificing virgins to the sun god regularly. A lot of incels just collecting dust in basements right now, not gonna lie. Anyway, Colorado.
I'm a giraffe!
Colorado, famous for being a box.
I'm
They're
sorry,
one of the
I
very
couldn't-
rectangular states.
I couldn't help myself. You said Colorado.
No, you're good.
I hope somebody gets it.
I was making a joke about Colorado being big and empty. However, I googled it, and Google's like top recommendation of what Colorado's known for are all natural, empty, outdoorsy things.
Yeah, it's very famous for that. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I've been to Colorado before. It's
Yeah.
quite nice, actually.
I mean, Wyoming's a joke for being empty, but you know. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
Governor of Colorado this week has elected to commute the sentence of a Trump ally convicted of election fraud.
Good.
No.
Oh wait, sorry, commute. I thought you said continue. Sorry, never mind.
No, commute. So they will ultimately serve 4.5 out of their 9-year prison sentence. Though it is not a pardon, it's just a sentence commutation. Still,
Ooh.
like, it's almost like Trump has been bullying Colorado to try and get her released. Wow. Anyway, this week, someone named Nicki Minaj announced their support for Trump. That name sounds familiar.
Unfortunately, I have to be on deafen because I fucking went absolutely batshit on this one.
Yeah, because you know who this is, I assume.
Yes. Big pop / hip hop artist.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't know Nicki Minaj?
Absolutely huge. Absolutely bussin'. Famous for doing a lot of pop music. And, used to be a huge LGBT ally. But then, the second term of Trump happened, and he started throwing out pardons like a goddamn candy, and she apparently saw that and was just like, let me have some of that, and turned on the LGBTQIA plus community like it never meant anything to her. Not just that, she immediately started talking about how immigrants shouldn't be let into the country and shit like that, when guess fucking what? She's not from the US. Let me pull up the exact thing. I'm going to get the exact country. Because
Okay.
she's never, she's from Trinidad.
Ah, okay.
She has never applied for US citizenship. And on top of that, on top of all of that, she's going with fucking Mrs. Kirk, all because likely her hubby and her fucking dad, supposedly, got in big deep trouble, and hey, guess what? Mr. Donnie might give them pardons.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, it's despicable what she's done, and if she ever decides to just come crawling back to the LGBTQIA plus community, I think all of them are just gonna be like, no, fuck you. We're all pissed with her, we all hate her, and I hope her starship crashes, as I say. Because, yeah, starships are meant to fly, but right now yours is flying straight back to the ground. I cannot stand this. I've seen some of what she said, and it's atrocious. I think the biggest thing that really pisses me off about all this is how like, she's not the only one who's done this, but she's become one of the biggest ones, and how all of this recent official coming out and all that is like just an act, just because, oh well, Mr. Newsom didn't really, you know, give my swatting attention. And it's just like, nobody who's actually not a brain dead moron likes Newsom anymore. This is the same as when people kept shitting on Biden.
Well,
She
also,
is-
you know, how dare the state governor not partially intervene in a problem that's very clearly a city level issue at most?
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. Who cares? Like, yeah,
It's
no,
like-
you're already not on his side anyway. I don't think, and I think this quote unquote official turn is just to be official, just because she doesn't like Newsom, and I think it's just going to show that really the fucking Democrats gonna lean really into Newsom, and I really hate that. And that's the worst part. I think it just shows that the worst part is it shows that how the fucking political game is being played right now, and I hate it. I hate it all. I hate it all. Sorry, I'm just pissed.
No, fair enough.
It's betray those who helped you, and then immediately start claiming other things, and it's just ugh.
Okay, hi.
Oh hey, is Jimmy back? Hi,
I'm
took you
going
long
to-
enough.
I'm going to be leaving soon again. I just wanted to check in on everyone and how is Roomba doing. Like, noticed
Pretty
there
good.
was a reset on the stream. Has there been any troubles aside from that? Or has everything gone
Other than
fine?
when you
Uh,
disconnected from stream once.
That's
or
when,
Discord
probably
ones.
when that's probably when it reset.
There
But
was
yeah.
also like one like view bot tried to get in here, but the automod got it.
Yes. There was a second one, which I banned just now. But yeah,
Good.
just wanted to check in how everything was going. The reason why I am basically not going to be on today's Roomba, except for like right now, I apologize deeply. But I am preparing alongside my mom. God bless her. I love her so much. I know sometimes I have my difference with her, but we're preparing something for tomorrow. And like we were ready to do it, but we've kind of had trouble here and there, so we're like doing the end bits today, and that's taking us a while. I'm going to, once it's done, I will make a picture and I will share it with the stream server, just so everyone can see it, because I think it's going to look fantastic. Just want to let everyone know that's why I'm like not right now on Roomba. That's why the game screen is
Okay.
black. If anyone is playing a game and wants to screen share so I can put it on the Roomba, feel free to. If not, it's okay. I might just put up
I've been playing Stardew.
on your own. You want to screen share and I'll put it on stream? So there's something?
Yes,
Alright.
I've been playing Stardew. I've been like, while we were talking,
I'm
we're
so-
almost done with the idea box though.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna figure out more things. Oh, there goes my
Also, I
dad.
started a new save, so it's just